and a teacher. And so Vicky's going to talk to us about skill number 3. Take it away, Vicky.
Well, thank you, Allison, and thank you, Mike and Trish. Those powerful stories are the reason that we are here, and the the reason that we are interested in becoming network marketing professionals. And skill number 3 is presenting your product and opportunity to someone. And just some takeaways. I'm going to give you some takeaways from skill number 3, and then we're going to workshop a little bit. Um, so the first takeaway for me was it's not about you. It's not about me. So don't try to be the expert. Don't try to answer all of the questions. Don't try to be a know-it-all. Maybe put in the chat a 1 if you've had the experience that your friends and family know you're not an expert. And not only that, they don't really want to hear it from you. So put a 1 in the chat if you've experienced that. So our objective really is to be a connector. We are connecting, and I went over chapter 3, and I also went on and listened to some things from Eric Worre, and he says over and over again, tell your story, do the thing. Tell your story, do the thing. Tell your story, connect the person to a tool. Tell the story, connect the person to an event. So put a 2 in the chat if you know someone who is just a natural connector. They connect people all the time. Okay, oh my gosh, I have a friend who does this and she would love, you have to meet so and so. They're a natural connector. So that's what we want to be, is connectors. Another takeaway was it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates. And we've said this before, and you may get a few customers or a few teammates with a certain thing that works, but if you're not duplicating, you're not going to grow an organization and get this message out to more people. So what duplicates is a system, and the most important thing is to get good at your story and tell your story. Our company gives us so many tools. We're so fortunate in that regard. And so we can connect people to that. So we're going to talk about our stories, and there's 4 parts to them. The first part is telling your background. Well, before I do that, the one thing that also stood out to me is our stories are, you're not going to get objections from your story. You know, put a 3 in the chat if you've ever told your story to somebody and you've gotten an objection or they've argued with you. You know, it's just not, it's telling your own story is not confrontational. And it puts people at ease. Talking about our brains really like stories. And you've probably all heard that, oh gosh, I'm going to mess up the line now. Stories tell, and I don't know, someone can help me with that.
Facts tell and stories sell.
Yes, thank you. That line. So, and when you're also, when we're starting up a new person, to teach them to get good at their story really builds the confidence, and they're not going to be afraid of that objection cycle or being rejected. So that was a takeaway of mine. So the first thing that Eric Worre says to do in your story is to tell about your background, your job, where you've come from, etc. And then the second part of your story is to tell the part of your background that you dislike or that you're discontented with. And it's really okay to still like what you do, but there may be parts of it that you are that you dislike or that you're discontented with. For example, I my background is teaching, and teaching is not rewarded very well financially. And you can be the best teacher ever, and you're going to get paid the same, depending on your district's pay scale. So the third part of your story, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about each part, is how have you solved that problem? How have you, how has Juice Plus, how has that become a solution to what you were discontented about in your background? And there may be more than one thing that you were discontented about. It might be that that you didn't have much connection in your job, and this community has given you the connection that you really wanted, that really lit your fire. It might be that you weren't appreciated and that this community brings so much appreciation, or you might really love personal development and you really didn't have an opportunity for personal development your in the job that you're currently doing, or your background. And so sometimes you can take that discontentment and pair it with the person that you are speaking to, because you may have more than one thing that's not ideal about what you're doing currently. Um, so, so number three is, how did this opportunity, how did Juice Plus solve that problem? Number four is, what are you looking forward to? And what are you excited about in your future? This is something hopeful. If you haven't been in the business very long, you can say what your goals are, what you're hoping for, if you're training a new person. So, if somebody will come on here and tell me what's the most important part of your story out of the four things, what's the most important part?
Isn't it the pain? Sharing the pain?
Yeah. A lot of us don't realize that it's number two, sharing that discontentment. It's actually what connects you with people, and they don't really want to hear about how good you're doing, how awesome you are, and how awesome this opportunity is. They want to hear, or they connect to and relate to the pain of the story. Um, so if someone's willing to come on and play with me a little bit, would you be willing to share just your background and the pain points, or what parts were you discontent about? Come on, I know you guys have done this.
I'll
I
play.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Well, so I don't know that mine was like major pain, but I think a lot of people can connect with the fact that I wanted to lose weight. And and honestly, there was just a little bit of hope in the background that this might make a difference with that, because I had tried every single diet out there, Weight Watchers and Atkins and you name it, I tried it. And when I tried it, I lost, but I gained back what I lost plus a couple pounds more, which I've heard often that's worse than just being overweight. It would be better just to be overweight than the up and down. So when I started Juice Plus, I started to gradually lose, and I have kept it off. And so to me, that was huge. And then so I think that it's not a pain like life and death type pain, but we all, pride in what we look like. And honestly, I didn't care what the scale said. I care what the mirror said. And
Mhm.
so I feel like the mirror looks much better now, and I still have some more to go, but it looks much better now. We was actually watching, my youngest daughter is getting ready to turn 27, and she got the baby video out. So I was like huge when I was pregnant with her going to the hospital. And I'm like, wow. So anyway,
Thank you.
that was mine.
So, how many people could relate to that story, or someone that could relate to Sarana's story? And one thing that he says is to be a collector of stories. You don't have to always tell your story. And what came to my mind when he shared that was, you know, maybe Wendy Campbell's story. She didn't have a financial need for this business. And so I might collect her story if I'm speaking to someone who I know or think doesn't have a financial need. So maybe one more. Is anyone else willing to share? And you guys can maybe just jot down, workshop your the four things briefly. It could just be an outline for yourself, your background, the pain, um, what Juice Plus, how Juice Plus and this opportunity is a solution for you, and then what you're excited about in your future. Those are the four parts. But would anyone else, while you guys are jotting that down, would anyone else like to share your background and a pain point or
My
discontent?
background, I can share if you want me to.
Yay,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, of course. For the business part, I used to retail management was my background. And so the pain part of that was, of course, the paycheck, no matter how much you went up the pay scale or got promoted, it still didn't, still wasn't a great pay. Not to mention the hours, the
Mhm,
weekends and the holidays, and that was definitely
mhm,
something I did not want to do with a family.
mhm. So raise your hand. Could anyone relate to that pain point, or they know someone who could relate to that? Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing, Jeanette. And then he says to take that you just jotted down and put some more emotion into it. Kind of work on it so that there's some more feeling in the discontentment. There's some more, not to exaggerate, but just put some emotion in it so that people are really hearing and recognizing that that truly was a pain point for you. So let's see. Um, I think that's all I have.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Does anybody have any questions for Vicky? Any questions? No questions? We'll give Vicky a hand. I'm gonna